Oh guys, hello again. Right, this one's a doozy. I actually got one of these yesterday. Unsolicited or ghost phone calls. Right, a company that I registered with for solar panels years ago because I was going to have solar on the house. I decided not to in the end. But solar panels and conservatories as well. My name and phone number, landline, actually got onto one of these lists, and I was constantly contacted by the same male voice. I don't know if it was AI or whether it was a real voice. It might have been a sample voice. And hello, my name is Brian. I'm talking to you about the conservatory application you made. I would like to know more, please, about your order. Press 1 to speak with me. Press 2 for more information, etc. That sort of thing. The voice itself tends to sound a little bit robotic. I had one yesterday which came in about again, it was solar panels. This was a very strong sounding woman's voice. Couldn't talk to them. If this comes in and you've applied for anything, a lot of these solar panels especially are scams. Be careful. One of them the other day, it was an Indian lady, and she said, I am talking to you about your solar panels. And yes, yes, tell me where you're living. I said, no, not interested. I live on the moon. I live on the moon. If you want to do that, you have my full permission to do so, because you don't even know if these people are in the UK. This particular woman yesterday, tracked it back. It's a company, they use VoIP to present a phone number. It looks like it's within mainland UK, but this was in Ireland. And I'm afraid the technology is there to spoof any phone number. It doesn't matter. It always looks like it's your neighbour or somebody down the road or somebody in London, whatever. It's not. So effectively, what you've got to remember is that once you're on that list, it's hard to get off the list, because your details again will have been passed around the dark web. Big business, because we don't see the money. They get the money by selling your phone number and address and everything, your name. That's half the battle won, because they can get you in their confidence. So what I'd suggest is, if you get anything like that, and they are really annoying, because you can't actually talk to these people. It's an electronic, so it's probably got AI in there, some artificial intelligence, so it will direct you according to what you say. And some systems are better than others, but effectively all they want to do is get you landed with talking to somebody about a deal, something they can sell you, some solar panels or whatever, and that's going to be the problem. I had one the other day. Yeah, I'll tell you about this one. I have so many. So I had an Indian voice. Okay, right, hello, this is such and such, and we're concerned about your network security. We're working in conjunction with Vodafone and British Telecom and all the major providers, and we're monitoring your security, and we found a security alert. So I thought, okay, you're the mousey, I'm the cat. They don't know that I'm a cybersecurity specialist. They don't know I've done this for years. They don't know I teach this. So I reeled him in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Tell me what you got. Oh yeah, we found this issue with your system and security, and we want to run a full scan on it. I'll need to know your details effectively, and there will be a charge for this, and we'll need your bank account details. Of course, people that are not in the know. People that are not in the know may get scared, but a lot of scams work on fear of the unknown, and fear of the fact that you've heard so much, and you're over 50 years old, and what do I do? And this is, it's fear you need to put to one side and think rationally. But these are fear mongers. What you got to do, and it's what I did, I said, excuse me, but so you're telling me that all the major comms providers in the UK don't have their own cybersecurity awareness teams and cybersecurity teams and SOCs and analysts? You have security violation. No, I've asked you a question. You have security. I said, no, we don't. Then I said, well, I happen to be a specialist engineer. I've already checked out all of my routing systems. I have multiple firewalls, probably more than most people would because of what I do. They don't get it, because they're reading from a script, probably somewhere in India, in Delhi or wherever, and they're reading from the script and looking at this and thinking, oh yeah. They don't get it, that they can only work at a certain level programmatically. If the customer says this, then do that. If the customer says that, then do that. Fine. When you confront them directly, then rarely do they not do it, or they'll get aggressive, or they'll get angry, or they'll start profaning. If you look at scammer awareness on YouTube, I've got a great deal of time and respect for where they deliberately bait these guys, like I've been doing. These people get very rude, very angry, but they get the comeuppance because, let's say, go and have a look at scammer awareness. You'll find it's amazing what these guys are doing, and thank you guys for doing that. It will just not go away. So you got to be on point, guys. You got to be on point. Get ready. If somebody calls you unsolicited, you've not asked for that call. They're telling you that you've got a problem on your network. Well, maybe you have, but I'm sure that Vodafone or BT or any of the comms providers, you know, I'm sure O2, any of them, I'm sure they've got their own, because I used to work for O2 and some of the big Vodafone guys, and I know I used to work for them doing the cybersecurity. One of the other things I want to tell you about, and this again is a really annoying one, if your phone rings, and you might get caller ID, now it might be a local number, in which case it's 50-50 if you answer or not, you don't recognise the number. If that number rings and it comes unknown, well, it might be the doctors, because I have a doctor's, you know, calls me, but normally it's all done through the mobile. Very little I do on the landline. But if that goes, although I like picking up the phone, if you pick up that phone, hello, and they go boo, basically that's an auto dialer. What is an auto dialer, I hear you ask? An auto dialer is a machine that basically has got a list of phone numbers, probably from the dark web, or the somewhere nefarious phone numbers, or it could simply be doing, there's an area code, and just dial sequentially through the numbers. It's not odd. A simple Python program would do that for you. So what you've got, you've got that phone ringing. What I teach people is, if you don't recognise it, let it ring. Generally speaking, it will ring 4, maybe 5 times, all right? And it'll go there. Then it'll happen the next day, maybe about the same time, maybe it'll happen twice the next day, and the day after that. So what it is, in their program on their devices, they can say, right, if no answer 1, then retry. If no answer 2, then retry. If no answer 3, then retry. So that's what happens. You're dealing with a computer doing an auto dialer. When you pick up that phone, you've automatically flagged occupied, yes, tick, ding. That means that they know that there is someone at that house or the dwelling, excuse me, that is there, that will pick up the phone. It's a pain in the whatsits. What the most recent lot, which was about 3 weeks ago, I believe, where the phone will ring 4 times and then stop. Next day, the phone will ring 4 times and stop. Next day, the phone will ring 4 times and stop. Blah blah. And in the end, they'll say, right, after 3 or 4 lots, nobody there. If you're one of those people, you've got to pick up the phone, then it's difficult, because a lot of companies still block their number. But what I do, I tend to get people to call me on my mobile anyway. I only use the landline for an emergency. So that basically, anything like that, be careful of. They may have got your number through an auto dialer, they may have got your number through the dark web. Whatever the case, just be careful. The problem is, you know, you might be expecting a call for the doctor, which comes up an unknown number, but this auto dialer might have got you first. You pick it up and it goes blank. So there's your answer, it will cut off. And I'm sorry guys, there's nothing I can do to stop that, short of which you just go for a mobile number and cut off your landline, but a lot of people probably don't want to do that. All right, so auto dialers, ghost phone calls, unsolicited, you heard it here first, but just be careful, all right, and try your best. If you suspect it's going to be a bum call, don't pick it up, because that way they might try it 2 or 3 more times, but it simply means that that system at the other end will recognise you as not occupied, leave you alone, at least until the next lot comes along. All right, guys, laters. I hope you're enjoying this course so far. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Nico signing out. I'll be back with the next one.